Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon, not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video. We're going to talk about Facebook, we're going to talk about artificial intelligence, and we're going to talk about lawsuits. Facebook being sued for fraud, I guess apparently defrauding advertisers, but they made record profits this quarter. They beat Wall Street's estimates, but they're warning Wall Street that they're going to spend a ton of money on AI. Going into next year. We did a video on this. If you can go back a day or two, I think we talked about the situation with AI, that a lot of Wall Street investors are getting nervous about all these tech companies pivoting to AI because they don't really see a path forward. They don't see how they're going to make their money back on AI. It just seems like they want to keep spending, and we don't know where they're going to go with this. We don't know if we're going to plateau or we're going to, trigger the apocalypse with AI or whatever the outcome might be here. But Wall Street's nervous that these companies are just going to keep spending money and then not get a return on it. So let's talk about this, and we're going to talk about the lawsuit that they're being sued for defrauding advertisers, among other things. There actually are some other lawsuits that have come up. This is just a couple days ago. They're illegally capturing Paramount Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu subscribers' data for targeted ads, according to this lawsuit. They're getting it from all sides. Rumble sued them earlier this year. Meta had to pay $1.4 billion for using facial recognition technology without user permission. I mean, it's just like, it's not getting good for Facebook. It's just not good. And the weird thing is that who is using Facebook right now? Like, it seems like other than Messenger and Instagram, people aren't really using actual Facebook. And that's what one of the lawsuits contends, is that nobody is actually using Facebook. Facebook is advertising to bots. They're advertising to fake accounts. And anyone who's used Facebook advertising lately, you will notice it does not work nearly as well as it used to. And the reason is, I believe, most people have left Facebook. It's a ghost town. So let's talk about this. Before we get to it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, go out to Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. We've got podcasts. We've got the Clownfish TV audio edition, and we have the Derezzed podcast where we do interviews and gaming news and stuff like that. We'll talk about this first. This comes from the Hollywood Reporter. Meta beats Wall Street estimates, but warns AI spending is going to surge in 2025. They revealed the revenue of $39.1 billion and a net income of $13.5 billion in the second quarter. So they beat Wall Street estimates in Q2 2024, but warned investors that continues to lose billions on its Reality Labs division, and added that the company expects to spend even more next year as it builds out its artificial intelligence division. So this is why everybody's getting nervous. They're like, wait, you're going to spend how much on AI? And people hate it. I don't think it's going anywhere. I feel the same about AI that I feel about NFTs and blockchain. I think the technology definitely has a use. I think it's going to be integrated into daily life, but I think everybody is kind of tripping over themselves, rushing to implement it when it's just not quite ready yet. We currently expect significant capital expenditures growth in 2025 as we invest to support our artificial intelligence research and product development efforts, the company wrote in its earnings report. It also warned of an active regulatory landscape, including the increasing legal and regulatory headwinds in the EU and the US that could significantly impact our business and our financial results. Translation: we're going to lose a lot of money next year. You guys okay with that? Yeah, we're going to lose a lot of money next year. We had a strong quarter, and Meta AI is on track to be the most used AI assistant in the world by the end of the year. Yeah, because they're going to shove it into every Meta app, every Facebook app, into Instagram, into Messenger, whether or not you want it. It's, this is the thing. They've built the user base over the last 15 years. And now they're going to force everybody to use this technology, and they're going to spend a lot of money on it because they want to market to you. That's what this is all about. We've released the first frontier-level open-source AI model. We continue to see good traction with our Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. What? We're driving good growth across our apps. So, yeah, guys, this is like the last good quarter you're going to get. So we're going to talk about these lawsuits. There are multiple lawsuits against Facebook, right? This one was actually originally reported a couple of months ago, but they said that advertisers are claiming that Meta owes $7 billion in damages. They said that Facebook and Instagram's potential reach metrics inflates viewership figures by up to 400%, according to this lawsuit. This comes from Adweek. According to a class action lawsuit brought by Facebook and Instagram advertisers, Meta's metrics flub owes them potential damages exceeding $7 billion. So it'd be a real shame if they lost this, as they're saying next year they're going to be spending a bunch of money on AI that nobody wants. In a ruling, a Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco is letting advertisers pursue legal action against Meta for monetary damages, accusing it of inflating the social media platform's potential reach metric, the number of people in an ad set's target audience, by up to 400%. I don't think there are as many real people using, I mean, this is just an opinion. I don't think there are as many real people using Facebook now as were using Facebook even a couple of years ago. I think a lot of people have moved on. I think we have a lot of dead accounts, inactive accounts, and just because it's showing ads to those accounts doesn't mean that it's an actual person looking at it, but Facebook might count it. I really think that they're advertising, and again, this is just personal experience and I guess a bit of a gut feeling, is that they're massively inflating their advertising reach and rates, because that's where their money is, right? It's in advertising. I'm not saying that Facebook ads don't work at all. I'm saying they don't work nearly as well as they used to, because I don't think there are nearly as many people on Facebook as there used to be. Advertisers claim the metric measured the number of social media accounts, which could include bots and other fake accounts, rather than individual users, leading to artificially high premiums for ad placements. The claim is that the plaintiffs said that the advertising spend decisions were based on inflated potential reach. Meta has argued that the metric was meaningless, as the advertisers mostly pay based on performance metrics. The metric does matter, or it wouldn't be presented to the marketers. Yeah, so this was actually started a couple of years ago. And they said, yeah, ads account for the majority of Meta's revenue, which was $134.9 billion in 2023, up 16% compared to 2022. Per the court document, this one e-commerce business invested over $1 million across 740 Meta ad campaigns. They're not spending money anymore. Yeah, they said that there are duplicates, bots, and fake accounts. And this is going back, again, they started investigating this a couple of years ago. I think Facebook is a lot worse now than it was. This is 2017, 2018, 2019. I think Facebook is in a much, much worse place right now than it was then. It does feel like a ghost town. I mean, a lot of older people use it. People use it to talk to families. I think that, you have a lot, local communities or stuff like that. But like, everybody's not on Facebook like they used to be. So yeah, I believe 100% that they are absolutely positively advertising to bots, advertising to abandoned accounts. Just in the last couple of days, they got ordered to pay Texas $1.4 billion for using facial recognition technology without user permission. This was just yesterday. So the Attorney General, Ken Paxton, sued Facebook in 2022, claiming it had used personal biometric data without permission. They allege that Meta had been using facial recognition software on photos uploaded to Facebook without Texans' consent. So yeah, you got to read that fine print, right? So they're getting sued for this too. It was a huge settlement. They said it's the single largest settlement ever obtained by a state and the largest related to privacy ever secured by a state attorney general. $1.4 billion because Facebook was scanning people's faces that they were, uploading these photos. But wait, there's more. So that happened. That was like yesterday. Last week, on top of the advertising lawsuit, on top of them telling investors that they're going to be spending a lot of money on AI, and we don't know if we're going to get that money back, right? Said that they were illegally capturing Paramount Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu subscriber data for targeted ads. And this was on classaction.org. This was July 25th is when they filed it. They said a proposed class action lawsuit alleges Meta has illegally and without consent intercepted sensitive and confidential communications of Paramount Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Star subscribers with Facebook accounts while intentionally obscuring how much and what kind of data it captures. They said there's a 50-page Facebook lawsuit booklet accusing the embattled social media platform of using its business advertising and metrics tools facilitated primarily by the Facebook tracking pixel to intentionally and secretly intercept sensitive confidential user communications. In particular, Facebook can use the tracking pixel to match a streaming subscriber to their individual Facebook profile every time they access a website containing the pixel. Yeah, so the Facebook pixel has become incredibly invasive. I mean, it basically tracks you all over the internet. If you wonder why you get ads even popping up on streaming services, and I think this might explain it somewhat, because my wife and I talk about this. We're like watching TV and we were just talking about something, or maybe we saw an ad for it or something on Facebook, or Googled it once, or whatever the deal is, right? Somehow they're getting that information because we're seeing ads that are very, very targeted, especially on Hulu, especially on streaming services. And this could at least in part explain it, because if they're intercepting we don't know what they're doing with it. They could be intercepting your information from Hulu and Facebook and then putting together like, oh, you follow these pages, so that means that you're into this stuff, so we're going to throw ads at you. Because they're going to do what they got to do, right? Because Google killed the cookies, the Google tracking cookies, and so now the Facebook pixel is like the most effective marketing tool out there, but we don't know what it's being used for. And that was just filed last week. That's on top of them having to pay Texas $1.4 billion for illegally scanning people's biometrics data. That's on top of advertisers wanting to sue them for $7 billion in damages. That's on top of a couple months ago, Rumble sued them over their digital advertising practices, saying that Google is basically trying to starve them because they're a direct competitor. And now they're telling Wall Street, hey, we're going to make a lot less money next year because we're going to spend a ton of money chasing artificial intelligence that may or may not turn a profit someday. Good luck with that, right? I think Facebook is definitely heading into the MySpace phase of its life. It feels like it, because it's just this like Franken site that doesn't really do anything well. All it is a marketing machine. That's all it is. It's not even about communicating with family or whatever. That's how they got you to use the platform. But it really is just a machine to, well, not a machine, but a website to track you, track everything you do, so they can sell advertising to sell stuff to you. That's the purpose of Facebook. And apparently they're putting the face in Facebook by scanning your face. I'm going to wrap this up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.